Hello, welcome back to another game. And a reminder, we're posting chess content every day, or as much as we can until we get a message from Gotham Chess. And as of yet, no message. Our rating's been climbing. It started off a bit hit and miss, but we're up to 1850 pretty much now. We've got a game here against the 1900s, so our highest rated opponent so far. Joined 3 years ago with 5,000 games. If they're there. Doesn't like it. Let's try again. Hopefully it doesn't take us too long to reconnect. So yeah, reminder of this series, we're going to play rapid games, talk through them as we go. The idea being that Gotham Chess will see our wonderful content, challenge us to a game, and we'll go from there. Hopefully at the point we get our rating up as we go. Similar rating, 1850 here. And opponents played 100 games. No bullet. They've shown some restraint. Only rapid and classical, so you've got to respect that. So we're going to the Petrov. I think that the idea with this opening is that we just try and lock it down, really. So we're going to 4 knights. So we're not trying to win loads of games with black. The idea is, we'll just play some nice, simple openings that don't cause us too much trouble, and we'll use it games with the white pieces to try and get an advantage. I'm never quite sure what lines you can take here. We just play fast and symmetrical. So like d4 in some of these lines and push on, make my knight a bit ugly. 53. Parrot with h6. I've had a couple of these and it gets a bit symmetrical. Idea is I want to get some knights out to the side of the board. He's rerouting over this side, which is a common theme. Can I play knight a5 now? I think so. If he goes here, it kind of actually helps with this, although my knight might get stranded on the side of the board. But well, yeah, fine. So the only downside to this is that my pawn hangs here. So maybe we play rook e8 first. Maybe we play d6. Do I have a preference? Rook e8. Protected with the rook. I kind of wanted this square for my rook anyway. The reason I don't want to go d6, I kind of expected in this time of reroute, and then you'll probably try and hit this square here. But let's just try and snap off this bishop. Move that's interesting here is d4. Is that interesting? It's not. It is a piece. So some lines you go back and you lose your bishop pair, but you open up your a file for your rook. Some lines you just let it happen here because you kind of gain an extra tempo by, I don't know, say moving your bishop out. Yeah, like I say, you can just ignore it, or sometimes you go here, but I think I get some good tempos. I can either go this way, or maybe with a6 b5, kind of chase it away back here, and then eventually take it. So kind of a standard idea. They went for a reroute this way with their knight over to the king side. I've just gone to get rid of the bishop, and then the tactical idea with 2 bishops will be to try and keep hold of them and get them on a nice open position. So we'll want to try and trade some pawns, open up some lines, and then maybe have bishops coming in this way, or bishop going this way, and this one on this diagonal here. That's the kind of structure we're we're after, whereas the knights like it if it's all closed with the pawns interlocking each other with no pawn breaks. That's when the knights kind of thrive. So this is one of the rare occasions where we're up on time. I don't know whether it's just because I've had a coffee this morning and playing a bit quicker than I usually do, but no doubt we'll find ourselves in time trouble sometime soon. So it does go back. Am I in a rush to take it? Not particularly. I mean, you can come here with the bishop, which is kind of annoying. So we could trade first. Play d5 maybe, or I suppose the only bit I'm thinking are So I want to kind of oppose the knight coming into here. So d6 makes a bit of sense. Maybe we'll start. Yeah, d6 and the bishop there is kind of annoying. I'm gonna have to play this kind of structure. Puts my knight a bit offside. Maybe we just take it off, play d6. Kind of like this threat will be lurking for quite a bit of the game, or maybe getting the bishop on here and pinning the knight. So I think we do this and we play d6. Kind of stopping the knight from coming here so we can snap it off. Got to be kind of careful with, so I'm always on the lookout for this kind of move, and equally getting my bishop kicked all the way back. So a6 might be a useful move at some point, just to give my bishop a retreating square, and it protects it against the rook on the file, because at some point I want to bring my rook to a more active file. Yeah, so here he comes, either with b4 or d4. Now the question is, knight there or bishop there, or neither. Because I suppose h3. So usually you'd put your bishop here, and you could retreat it, but you can't because the knight would snap it off. So do we develop the bishop here? I think so. So bishop there, pawn up. We're okay with trading and leaving these isolated pawns. Interesting which way he's going to go to try and attack my bishop. Yeah, I think next stage, maybe bring queen. Okay, so it goes there. Forces us back. Going to try this kind of move. A5 is an option, but I think I'd rather keep his pawns doubled whilst I can. I think the main thing would just be to try and protect against some breaks in the centre. So maybe I should be looking to. Should I be looking to break it up? Not sure. He's got a couple of sensible moves. He's got left to play. He's got over here. He's got bishop there. Queen here, maybe. He might try this kind of thing, so he lands a knight. An f5, I think that looks pretty good. Pushes it, kind of stopping me. Trying to do this. I think queen up's perfectly good here. So one thing to spot now that might become useful in the future. So this pawn is pinned, and now that he's played h3, this knight is technically undefended. So there could be some bits where I can get a sack in here, and this knight's undefended. So the knight will have to move somewhere, and then try and get like knight up there, rook over. Okay, so does this work now? So if I sack there, there, I'm hitting both knights. Knight would come here. I push it. That's a mess, isn't it? Right, let's have a look at that again. So we get 2 pawns for it. A knight there. That looks pretty nasty. Yeah. So I'd imagine what you go into in this line is you put your knight back, but then I can just take it. Yeah. So I think this looks pretty okay to me. So 2 pawns for the bishop's not ideal, even though they are kingside pawns. But I think the pressure we get on the knights means that we're quite likely to pick one up, or get additional pressure with knight coming in, threatening mate on h2. H2 takes it. Now I'm hitting both of these knights. Like I say, the g3 knight is undefended as well. So I see the only way is one of these knights coming to f5. Yeah. Now I was thinking knight up, and how do you defend against h2? Can you defend against h2? Don't know if you can you? If I play knight g4, how are you defending that? That pawn's pinned. You can try and create a square for your king, but that's just check and mate. Do you have to sack your queen? I don't see it. So. Let's play it. You might have to take here. I can take the pawn. Yeah, how do you defend against that? I think, yeah, the opponent's done lots of kind of standard ideas of rewriting the knight over here, having the 2 knights. It's just, I thought this bishop would be a bit of a pain for them and come in clutch, and it looks like it has done. A nice kind of tactical idea, which seems to be working. Yeah, so I think before they put their knight here, they'd either had to lose the knight or go into this position. I don't see a good defense against h2. Queen takes knight, I think, is the only thing to prolong the game. He's got to have a little think here, isn't he, about what to do. But yeah, he's ideally would have his knight back here, but he doesn't have 2 moves to do it. If he could, well, and to be fair, even if you could put your knight back on f3, it hangs this one. There's no way for your bishop to come defend because your knight's in the way and there's a pawn there. Your queen's kind of caught offside. You can't push the pawn to run away because the queen covers it. So the only move, I think, would be rook away. Not even that's mate in 1, isn't it? That's mate in 1. If you move the rook away. So I think the only way to continue is queen takes g4. Usually these kind of openings are relatively quiet and manoeuvring, but we picked up the bishop pair, which was nice, and then we were able to pounce with a really nice tactic. So feeling pretty sharp this morning. Yeah, so you take there. I think I just take with the pawn. Yeah. Now maybe queen takes on g4 as well. Yeah, okay, that was his last try. If I took back with the knight or something like that. So yeah, really good win. Super happy with that. Interesting now to engine check what it makes of that, but I feel like that was pretty flawless. So e4, e5, yeah, played Petrov, goes the 4 knights, so bishop out. So you can, yeah, so the centre forward. So I really need to learn when I can't do this. So if I take there, yeah, and the knight takes bishop, and then the bishop goes back. So I kind of know that motif, but what the other thing I was thinking, what happens if this happens? Takes. Is it just because you get a big centre? If you can hear. Okay, so the engine likes this. So again, one to note for future, slowly build up our repertoire. Again, we saw it in the last game, the same position without these knights developed. You should take, and again now, if the bishop comes out, you should take. But it doesn't matter if we play symmetrically. It just prefers it the other way. So yeah, played super symmetrically. I imagine this is just going to say it's all kind of fine. Yeah, so it likes the idea of knight out to a4 to snap off the bishop. It goes the other way, which again I think is a perfectly normal way to go. Yeah, I was contemplating d5, but I thought getting the bishop off made more sense. So played rook e8, doesn't mind that. So it says it's all equal. Yeah, it says go after the bishop. Bishop goes back. Okay, it's a slight advantage for me now by able to take it off. And play d5. Yeah, I did wonder if I should be trying to crash through. And just leaving him with an awkward clump over here. Open up some lines for the bishops. So makes sense. Says d6 moves any advantage. Says play d5. Yeah, so this is all kind of forced. Okay, it likes his idea of h3, but I thought it could. I was going to say, I thought it was going to provide me with an opportunity for tactics by playing queen d7. And so I imagine now when he moves his knight over, it says, oh, nice. Yes, you can take only minus 0.8, so it takes. Okay, fine. So you just accept a drop pawn, move your knight back, and trade off the rook for it. But trying to hold on to everything here, you can't do. So you can't. So if you take minus 1.7, drop the knight in, knight up. Yeah, and the only move is queen takes. Only -3. I'd have thought it would be way worse than that. So I thought after this, okay, yeah, I still got the pressure on the knight, so you've got to move your king out of the pin such that you can retreat your knight back. But yep, we didn't get that, so he took there, and the last chances take back with the G pawn. So yep, super win in that game, and thanks for watching.